Hello all dear friends, welcome to the Binary Wins channel. I will be with you with training and trading using a powerful, attractive and profitable trading strategy. First, I will explain the strategy to you and then I will make a few trades using the rules of the strategy. Let's move on to today's video. Well, but the time candles in this strategy are on M1 and the time trade is on a fixed minute. The time candles and the time trade are the same. We need 3 indicators to trade with this strategy. The first indicator is the moving average, which I will add to the chart. We will set the moving average period to 28 and the EMA type. We will increase the thickness of the moving average line by a certain amount so that it is clear. We need 2 more indicators to trade with this strategy. The first indicator is the momentum indicator, whose period we should set to 13. And the next indicator is the stochastic oscillator indicator, which we will also add to the chart. I can increase the thickness of its main lines a little. Very good. But how do we trade with this strategy? This strategy has several confirmations and rules. Pay attention. Whenever our candles are above the moving average 28 and the momentum indicator moves from negative to positive, meaning we have a node, and the stochastic indicator crosses the overbought limit line upwards, we enter a buy position in the 1-minute time frame. Sometimes this cross and node may have formed earlier. We can also pay attention to the color of the histograms and their location. That is, if the indicator histograms are above the zero line and our candles are above the moving average and the main lines of the stochastic are also in the upper range, we can enter a buy position, especially if we have a trend momentum. This can help the candles to continue moving. And the same goes for sell positions. Our candles should be below the moving average. Now look at it this way. You can see that the candles are below the moving average of 28. We have a cross here, that is, a cross is formed for us in this range, and then the main lines of the stochastic here have crossed the lower line or the oversold area downwards. So we could enter a sell position after the cross, that is, on this candle. Now we can open the chart and the candles are here. I look and I see that I have big red histograms that are below the zero line. Stochastic is in the oversold zone and my candles are below the moving average. There is also momentum behind the candle, so I can enter a sell position. You can use candlestick patterns and candlestick psychology tips to trade and confirm with this strategy. Watch out for the levels on the left and don't trade on the levels. So if I were to trade here, I wouldn't trade because of the level on the left side of the chart. Okay. I think the strategy tips are clear to you. Now we are going to do some compound trades and see how we can make a profit with this strategy. I am going to set the first trade amount to $10. Okay, I entered a lower trade. You see that we have the red histograms here, we have the momentum trend, the candles are below the moving average, and stochastic is in the oversold zone. We are waiting for the trade to close. Okay. Look. We have the level on the left side. There is a possibility of the candles returning from the level. Also, here we have a strong level that can cause the next candle to return. So I emphasize that you should pay attention to the levels on the left. Look. Another important thing to note is that always enter the trade in the direction of the trend. If you are looking for buy positions, you should trade in the direction of the uptrend. And if you are looking for sell signals, you should trade in the direction of the downtrend. So I entered the higher trade. Look. The green histograms, the cross oscillator, and the candles are also above the moving average. Our trend is also an uptrend. That is why I entered the higher trade. We are waiting for the position to be closed. So if you look, we have the red histograms, the cross has happened, we have a bearish momentum, and the candles are moving below the moving average. That is why I entered the lower trade. Okay. I entered the higher trade. The candles are above the moving average. We have a bullish momentum, and you can see the stochastic crossing. As you can see, our trend is an uptrend. The histograms are above the zero line, and the stochastic is in the overbought zone. On the other hand, our candle is a power candle, and that's why I entered the higher trade. Okay. Look, we have a bearish momentum, a cross from positive to negative, and the stochastic has touched the lower line and is crossing it. That's why I entered the lower trade. Okay. Okay. If you look, our trend is a downtrend. A bearish momentum, the histograms are red, and the stochastic is in the oversold zone. We're waiting for the position to close. We got a little lucky here. Okay. We're going to take one more position as the last trade. I entered the lower trade. You can see that the histograms are below the zero line. The stochastic has entered the oversold zone, forming a chair pattern for me. On the other hand, I have a power candle that formed after the bearish engulfing pattern for me. Behind the chair and power candle patterns, we also have a momentum trend and a downtrend. That is, we used the psychological factors and patterns of candles in addition to trading with the strategy, and we were able to have a position with a certainty of over 90%. Because we used several facts and reasons to enter the trade. Okay, be careful that the strategy may seem simple on the surface, but it requires a lot of practice in the demo environment. You better watch the candle psychology training videos on my channel to get familiar with and master the tips and patterns I sent and be able to use them together. Successful trades and achieving good results with strategies or with candle psychology tips require a lot of experience and practice, and you should keep in mind that my experience in trading with patterns and psychological tips and strategies has helped me achieve this result. So you also need to practice so that you can achieve sufficient results. If you like the video, like it, send the channel link to your friends, and subscribe to the channel. To register with the PocketOption broker, use the registration link below the video and receive a 50 to 100% bonus to start trading. Don't forget that you are the best. Take care of yourself. Until the next video. Bye.